Okay, so in the previous video, before the rules, we learned, is this forward facing or is it backward facing? Now let's start with para. So para is used for purpose, it's used for deadlines, it's used for destination, and it's used for comparison. And remember, para is the forward facing word. Let's start with purpose. Ejemplo, chicos, comemos para vivir. We eat in order to live. Voy al colegio para aprender el diseño. I go to school in order to learn design. So both of those examples have a purpose behind them. I go to school in order to learn design, so that I can learn design. Para is a forward-facing word. Deadlines. Los deberes es para el martes. The homework is for Tuesday. Termina el ensayo para las 11. Finish the essay by 11 o'clock. So whenever there's a specific deadline, para steps in. Finish it by 11 o'clock. Para is a forward-facing word. Destination. Este regalo es para mi hermana. This present is for my sister. Me voy para Suramérica. I'm leaving for South America. When someone or something is moving towards a place or person, para is used. Para is a forward-facing word. Comparison. Para un periódico es muy caro. For a newspaper, it's very expensive. Did you see what I said there? Es muy caro. So in some Latin American countries, they'll swallow the S. So it's like muy caro. But in Spain, es muy caro. Es muy tímido para ser adulto. He's very shy, or she, for being an adult. So here, para introduces, Spanish to English, the given that idea. So it sets the baseline you're comparing against. So para is for comparison as well, chicos. Para is a forward-facing word. So para is for purpose, it's for deadlines, it's destination, and it's for comparison. And we're always asking ourselves, okay, if it's forward-facing, then it's going to be para. So now you know these are the use cases for para, these situations, but just don't get hung up on them. Just always ask, is para forward-facing? Yes, it is. So I'm gonna use it. Now let's look at por. And por is used for duration, it's used for exchange, it's used for movement, this idea of moving through, and for reason. And para, damn it, por is a backward-facing word. Duration. Estudiamos por 4 horas. We studied for 4 hours. Vivía en Chile por 2 años. I used to live in Chile for 2 years. So use por to talk about how long something lasts, a period of time that isn't tied to a specific deadline. Por is a backward-facing word. I used to live in Chile for 2 years, backward-facing. Number 2, exchange. Compré, preterite tense, accent. Compré los libros por 30 libras. Pounds is libras, not libros, that's books. I bought the books for £30. Tu lápiz por mi sacapuntas. Quite a trade-off this. Your pencil for my sharpener. Por also shows up with transactions, anything involving trading, paying, or swapping, as we saw in the last example. It's a backward-facing word. 3, movement. María llega por tren. Maria is arriving by train. Los turistas vienen por autobús. The tourists come by bus. Notice that turistas here is an AS, but it's los. So even though it ends in an AS, and usually that would be feminine, los is masculine plural here. So the tourists come by bus. So use por when talking about the way you get somewhere, or the method you're using for doing something. Por is a backward-facing word. Number 4, moving through. Caminaron por el parque. They walked through the park. Corrieron por el bosque. They ran through the woods. So here por shows movement through a place, anywhere you pass along or anywhere you go through. And por is a backward-facing word. Number 5, reason. Lo hice o lo hice por amor. I did it for love. I did it because of love. Estudia italiano por su trabajo. She's studying Italian because of her work. If something happens due to or because of something else, you're looking at por. Por is a backward-facing word. So remember, chicos, por, duration, exchange, movement, moving through, or reason. And then let's look at them side by side just to really clarify the distinction between them. So we have two sentences here which look very damn similar. Trabajo para Carlos. Trabajo por Carlos. Para is direct. Excuse me. Para is direct. You're doing the work for Carlos, as in he is the one who benefits from it, or he's the one that you're doing it for. There's a clear purpose. Remember, para is for. It's a forward-facing word. But whereas with por, it's slightly different. You're doing the work on behalf of Carlos. So even though they both translate to I work for Carlos, por is I work on behalf of Carlos, usually because he can't do it or you're covering for him. Por is backward facing. So para Carlos is the work is for him. I'm working for Carlos. I'm doing work for him. And por Carlos, I'm doing work instead of him or on his behalf. So always we're going to ask ourselves, we don't need to get hung up on the rules. We're going to ask ourselves, is this forward facing or is this backward facing? And hopefully that will relieve some of the anxiety, some of the second guessing. And even if you do make a mistake, brilliant. It's how you learn. It's the fastest way to learn, and you're going to get connecting with people. So that sums up the rules for por versus para. I hope that was clear. I've attached a free guide down below which you can download, join the newsletter, and I'd also recommend watching the following video about pronunciation in Spanish. So even if you're somewhat experienced, it's very important to know the 3 types of pronunciation. It will help you orient yourself with the language, and above all, just get out there, make mistakes, meet people, have fun, move your hips a little bit, okay? Un abrazo.